Hello, ladies and gentlemen, those otherwise inclined. My name is the Wrong Lady 2, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Persona 4 Golden. Last time, we had a little bit of a scare within the hospital, as Nanako became deathly ill, even flatlining at one point. The investigation team confronted Namatame within his room, after Dojima himself initially tried to do so too. Now, well, we prevented Namatame from being taken care of, i.e. being thrown into the TV himself. You're very tired. You should return to your room and get some rest for today. As such, the very question has arose, what was Namatame's true feelings? Perhaps that will be a question for tomorrow. Will Nanako be alright? Then there's what happened in Namatame's hospital ward. The snow that started to fall, and the fog that won't disappear. That was another point. That the fog in our world can be seen through with the glasses for the TV world. What lies ahead from here on? You feel very tired. You should hurry and get some rest for today. Rest. The endless fog. Hello, hello. This.
Welcome.
Danke.
It's been quite some time.
It has been a bit since the last story outing here. It seems you've been summoned to the Velvet Room.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world.
Slowly being ravaged by shadows.
I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far.
Oh, we are in a limo.
Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
Yeah. I can solve it.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life? The answers to those things lie within you.
The one we've maxed out so far.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
So that messages bit earlier might have just been if any of your school friends, so your strength, your Sun, Naoki, if any of them had been maxed out by this point, they would have messaged then.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
Like, do we know the way to San Jose?
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
Oh, that was everyone except for Dojima and Nanako that was maxed. It seems that the car has stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
Mirror ball, go!
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently.
What was the thing? Life is like a river. You can't control the river's flow. You can't control where you're going. All you can control is yourself. As long as you know who you are, you'll always be right where you need to be. It's slightly paraphrased, but it's in The Dragon Prince. Which there's actually, was it a Kickstarter announcement just put out for The Dragon King, which would be the sequel, with an older Ozymandias.
Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
You can hear something in the distance. Not the doorbell. Not another kidnapping. It seems that you've been sleeping until now. You hear the doorbell ringing. Someone seems to be at the door.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
Did you check inside the TV? He'll be back soon.
I hope so. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side.
That answers that question.
We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Of course. Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, you decide to go look for him.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night? This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said, but... let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
Another murder.
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed, Miss Yamano the announcer and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them.
Well, we know his connection to Miss Yamano.
After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
Though we did have a slight speculation through your kidnapping, Naoto.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
It is his mental acuity in question.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
Were there angry men involved?
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death?
No, because then he wouldn't have been concerned about Nanako.
He did call himself a savior, and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
And something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Precisely.
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
And sometimes it's the best thing to say.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? Warning letter.
Warning letter? Oh yeah! Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
Recall that the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kinda odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, "Don't rescue or kill"?
Yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like, "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
Logically, Namatame did not write it.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter. But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right?
Someone who's looking to take advantage of the situation. Unless it's someone who knows what's going on.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God.
Do not take the Lord's name in vain. Jehovah.
Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So, Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed.
It was old Kubo.
In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV, and yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then... it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
We'll work together to take another step. That's the other thing we did last time, is acquire a girlfriend. A certain Detective Prince. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 2. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan. But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Andale.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list.
Dojima may well have gotten him back on.
I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild.
Again.
Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
Gravely so.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Wow!
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you.
I'm amazed they kept that window open.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
It seems that he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him? Who did you throw in first?
Huh? Me?
Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Oh, there's a killer who murdered the first two victims.
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
What should you ask him? Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
They kept getting saved because we were the ones actually saving them.
As I thought.
You believe me?
Only ones who can.
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
Not yet.
Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
I'm me?
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Indeed.
All right. Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that.
I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me.
Depression is a hell of a drug.
Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water.
Just like a Namatame.
I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Namatame is casting his eyes downward painfully.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remembered the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program.
Interesting.
I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain.
So we actually saw the moment.
That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on! please! The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was.
It says a lot about your wife.
But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV.
Just a moment.
That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, we'll save her then. The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again.
Depression and desperation. A very dangerous combination.
If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew you couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
No, that's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero.
Everyone believes they're the hero of their own story.
I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
But what's done is done.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly.
Took us this long.
We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
Mm-hmm.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
It's so planned.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders.
Shall we step outside to discuss this?
It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You've taken another step toward the truth. Tune a day. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 3. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
In most cases, quite possibly. But this is a rather unusual case.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on. And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it.
Oh, it's been rejogged because the attention on the case has been heightened once again with Namatame's arrest.
Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to...
Tomorrow you'll be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early today and get some rest. Save. We can't step outside. We can't maintain the garden. We must only rest. This is something I could see getting changed in the remake as well, similar to how they opened up a few more nighttime options in Royal. Because that was one of the things you used to be able to, at the very least in this, one of the things you could do even if you had certain, like if you went to the TV you could still rank up Nanako if you had the time to do it. And I think Dojima as well. Today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. You need to investigate the town. You wonder if you'll be able to gather the information you need to catch the killer. That killer is Cross. So. Basically go around asking everyone questions. You need to gather more information. You should return to Inaba and talk to more people. So there's nothing to do at Shichili Beach. And the people here in Okina City don't count towards it. You asked about... In-game is only 100 yen per try. We have limited prizes in stock. Huh? What? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on the news. I can't recall much about it now, though. Basically, nobody around here is worth... You don't need to chat to anyone around here, is what I'll say. I know people who dislike romance, but oh yeah, we've had this line before. What, you want to ask me something? If it's about a movie, ask away. You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. That's not about a movie at all. Yeah. I know about the incident, but many of the details. Hey, kid. Sorry. Hey, kid, the fog's pretty thick. Be careful on that bike, okay? Yeah, the fog. It's dangerous. Be careful. There's something you want to ask? What is it? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. Yeah, I know it. But I just saw it on the news. Did the victim's ghosts appear or something? Hey, don't be rude. I'm sorry we didn't know anything. Maybe ask someone else? Everyone's in lovey-dovey mode. Oh, I've got a news flash for them. The cinema is not your make-out spot. Oh, it's Christmas this month. No wonder our butcher shop is busy. Christmas, huh? Oh, can we help you with something? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. The thing in Inaba? I think I heard about it. Oh yeah, I think I saw it on the news. Did I? Inaba, huh? I hear the steaks are good in Inaba. It's getting pretty cold. Is there something you want to ask me? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. What was that about? This was in Inaba, you say? It didn't stick in my mind. I just remembered something like that happening, that's all. Was there something you wanted to ask? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. The incident in spring? Oh, I think there was a report like that on the news. I don't remember much though, so that wasn't very helpful. I wonder if the reason for this fog is the decrease in the ocean's temperature. In that case, I have to let him go soon. He'll be alright without me. Someone better will come along. Is there something you want to ask me? You asked about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. An incident in spring? Did something happen then? I'm sorry, I don't remember. You'll have to ask someone else. Can they go inside any of that stuff? So, check the squall. The gate is closed. School is closed. So, there is one thing to speed things along. Because you pretty much need to ask everyone everything twice. Can I help you? About those murders. That incident last spring. I still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? What is it? About those murders. What are you talking about? You explained about the incident involving Saki and Yamano, the female announcer. Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems so long ago. Who's going to remember something from that far back anyway? Man, this fog. It makes me feel like we're still inside the TV. I wonder if we can really find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's step up the search and get that info. This fog has got to be some kind of biological weapon. It's a conspiracy. You know who I heard it was? Junes. Yeah, that's right, Junes. The country of Junes is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. The country of Junes. It reads, due to the possible damage to our books by the fog, we have temporarily halted new book sales. It seems they will not be getting anything new. Gotcha. Another poem. Something is different. Marie is nowhere to be found. There is another piece of paper on the floor. Something is written on it in horrible script, as if someone wrote it with their offhand.
Release yourself! Release yourself! From desire, from impulse. Logic and rationales are excuses for the weak. Release yourself! Your heart's voice, your internal scream. In exchange for a lost voice, grab hold of your proof of life. Never let it go!
This must be another of Marie's poems.
What is this?
What is happening to me? Why is this here? I put that in my pocket. It doesn't make any sense. It's gotta be... Hey, don't read that. You inconsiderate scumbag. Why would you read my heart's No! It's not my heart's voice. Hush now, Marie. If you need to release your impulses, please do it somewhere else. Shut up! This is just...
Huh?
Impulses? Release? I will never let this go. Stop reading my stuff! He returns to her seat, quivering with either rage or embarrassment. We're technically in a slight pickle with this, but the thing we could do is we could release Scuddy and buy it back, which allows us to get another ISAM. Out of curiosity, 80 grand, okay. Information on what happened before we entered the TV world, You know, about that first murder. I wonder why it happened. Let's ask around and gather as much information as we can. I'll see you later. Can't ask him anything. I tried talking to this old guy earlier. He didn't even see me, what with the fog and all. Guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kinda hurt. Damn fog. Hurry up and go away! Welcome. I've been feeling poorly recently. You need to be careful too. The fog. There's something about it that just gives me a bad feeling. Oh, just shuffling a thing. I've been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually remember him. They're all like, oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit from Juness. But nobody has seen him, yesterday or today. He's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone? Hey, listen to this. Rosette came and spoke to me. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I'm gonna ask her for an autograph and what type of guy she's into. Anyway, what do you want? I'm sure you can see how busy I am. About those murders. Didn't they capture the suspect and put a lid on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good, now go away. I'm very busy talking to Rosette right now. Welcome. Our food is freshly made and tastes incredibly great. Interesting. Now, even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily. But rumors I hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? This fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? Oh, you have a question for me? About those murders. A little while ago, they said that a suspect had been caught. It was in the newspaper. It was that Namatame son, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there were no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about this. And call anyone suspicious. Have I seen any other weird people aside from Namatame-san? No, I don't think so. Our fog isn't clearing, even though the year's almost over. It's deplorable! It'll be so cold on New Year's that I'll never be happy. What do you want? About those murders. I can't remember something from that long ago. Don't call anyone suspicious. There isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're that kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. Oh, it's memorable. Since all I hear from everyone is poison, poison, I've gotten kind of freaked out too. I wonder where I can find. I wonder where I can buy a gas mask. I need to get one. Everyone else has one already. It's me. Do you recognize me? Why am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see more news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm going to watch TV when I get home anyway. Even then, I can't see the sunset because of all this fog. I hate it. It's so depressing. Do you have a question? About those murders. Oh, come on, don't make me even more depressed. They said on the news that the suspect had been caught. So that whole thing is over now, right? What else is there? It's a small town. If there was anyone suspicious, there would be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors like that. So I'd say there's no such person. Which one I'll be up to the natural law. It is a natural occurrence, we got the natural. No prize. Prize! Prize! Ooh. Vámonos. Back to the natural. Prize! Ooh. Outside the big stone bicycles. You gotta be careful when taking your motorcycle out on a foggy day. Same thing. Nothing to say. Schwein. Thank you. My teacher said to go home quickly because of the fog. It's nice not to have the girls chasing me around, but it's boring, because I can't play soccer now. Bullseye. Oh, Genji. you're fighting with Hans. Or anyone suspicious? No, I don't think I've seen any suspicious people. Except for you, who's interrupted my conversation with Rosette! A strange person? No, I don't think I've seen any. I mean, this is a pretty small town, wouldn't you say? If I had, I'm pretty sure I'd remember. A suspicious person? No, I can't think of anyone. Not from this town, anyway. Out we go. So there is a particular person we need to talk to get one last conversation piece out of someone in there. But we'll go around to get everyone else first. Nothing doing there. Samagawa floodplain. Nothing doing. My daughter was in an accident. On top of that, it was a hit and run. No one could tell what kind of car it was because of all the fog. Sheesh, this is horrible. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. The fog isn't clearing up, is it? Isn't that just a little strange? My wife is all business as usual, but I'm a little worried. By the way, do you need anything? About those murders? I'm sorry. All I remember is that something happened. I know it was pretty shocking, but what can I say? A lot of time's passed. Only 8 months. 8.5 months. Or anyone suspicious? We've had a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anyone was particularly suspicious. Besides Kubo. Oh, do you need something? About those murders. Now that you mention it, the town was all abuzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? I do. Do you recall anyone suspicious? Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there was anybody strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick. Out to the Weaver Bank. Leave now, the two girls have moved. Hence why you needed to wrap that up quickly. Junior. First, we should retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Kanishi and Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely there were some witnesses. Any scrap of data would be useful, no matter how small. Oh, I hate how it's foggy every day now. This is the season for winter vegetables too. What will I do if the fog really is poison? All my vegetables will go rotten. This is all because not enough people eat their veggies. Or if only my son would clean his plate, he'd... Do you have a greenhouse? Because that would sort out some of the issues, surely. Can I help you? About those murders. Eh? If the incident last spring, I don't remember anything from that long ago. I'm going to be studying for college exams next year. College entrance exams next year. So I've got no room for useless information like that. It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the incidents last spring. You've asked everyone that you can ask that question. Recall anyone suspicious? A suspicious person? Now that you mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she's just wandering around the shopping district, so why don't you ask her? Now the one last thing we need to ask. And it's back to this lass. What is it? Huh? Someone told you that I saw a suspicious person. That. You remember Saki Kanishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a little while ago. She told me how that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki. Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl. It's just that people misunderstood her. She must be referring to the time when Namatame tried to warn Saki. It seems the thing about Namatame making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on a suspicious person. You've gathered as much information as you could. You should report back to the group. Chinese diner, Aya. You met up with your friends after you finished gathering information. But is Aika here?
I'm seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
Well, Naoto, how did you go with your badge to flash?
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all.
That's understandable.
The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
Well, remembering we went down the same line of thought with Namatame. Somebody who would get around without particularly being seen by anyone.
What should we do?
Well, without arousing suspicion, I should say.
Well, one steak bowl, please.
I don't think that's entirely what Yosuke meant, Chio.
That's not what I meant.
Thank you.
But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
The Mongolian beef. You all finished eating the dishes that you ordered there.
Oh, now that our tummies are full.
If not, then the Szechuan chicken. Sorry, not the Szechuan chicken, the... Oh no, Szechuan chicken, yeah. Pretty sure that's right. That or there's another spicy chicken I get.
Let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
Yeah, sorry, definitely not Szechuan chicken. What's the chicken I get? Shit, can't remember what it is now. Bugger. You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
Bum, ba, da, da.
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed.
Different perspectives.
There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You hear that, Yosuke? You are not an ardent fan of Saki-san.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him.
But at least people remembered Teddy.
Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Sat, There's 2 people that meet that criteria. Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You decide to go outside to get some fresh air. And here's where you need to be careful. There are 3.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
There are 3 endings with this particular scene. One is a slightly better version of the ending that you could have gotten when you confronted Namatame, in that Nanako was alive instead of dead. The second we'll get to, and the third is the good/true ending.
It's freezing out here.
Dude, I was trying to have a moment.
Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
Sure does, face Snowball. There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Amano or Saki Kanishi either. Despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... So, a couple of interesting things with this list. One, once we scroll through, both Sun members are here, despite the fact you only meet one of them. So, it should not be anyone on our team. The one who would arouse the least amount of suspicion would be Nato, to an extent, but even then Nato attracts attention. Obviously, Namatame we've crossed off. Mayumi faked her death? Not likely. Saki faked her death? Not likely. Muraoka faked his death? Not likely. Kubo was fucking crazy and attracted a lot of attention? Not likely. Suzy Haragi? Very unlikely. Kashiwagi? We didn't know about her until... well... until after the death of Moroka. Unlikely. Hanako. Unlikely. And we get into a lot more other unlikely candidates. Which leaves us with these 3. Nanako can certainly get to our place without attracting suspicion. And would be a rather unlikely culprit. She is also the meme. But it would be highly unusual for her to be able to do this. When I said there were two that fit the criteria, Dojima investigated both. Dojima can get to our place without arousing suspicion. He has, to an extent, been keeping an eye on us. He's been upfront about that. And he was the original villain when they beta tested the game, but changed it after it got a overwhelmingly negative audience test, which leaves, of course, if you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions, through his own eyes, and through Dojima. He would have been able to approach your house with ease. He knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There is no exact reason to doubt him, beyond one blink and you miss it moment. But something is bothering you. However, and here's where the golden change comes in. Should you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit? The other ending, i.e., the accomplice ending. We'll come back to that for the New Game Plus. Tell friends about Adachi. You spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach.
What's the... I'm trying to think where I got it from. The blurb about the... We're getting bogged down in the cliche of the detective that's investigating the... In terms of detective novels, where the detective investigating the mystery is the perpetrator all along. I'm trying to remember where that line comes from. That I'm specifically thinking of.
It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
To an extent. You do sort of notice police vehicles more than a delivery truck. But your attitude would be they're there for a reason.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Such as the warning letters?
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
Is he?
Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Would you like my jacket, Nato?
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
Come again?
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
When you say call out...
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Need more to it for details, but yeah.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places.
All over town.
And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either.
Mm.
Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
As long as he gets to it. Various peculiarities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
We need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Ominous. Things are moving quickly now. You feel that you were getting closer to the truth. Judgment speeds up quite quickly. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 4. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown.
Huh? What are you guys doing here?
Just give me a quick moment. Right, I was just taking care of a thing, but I'll quickly head to the loo now, and then I'll come back and we'll continue off. So I'll be back in a few minutes. But I'm back.
Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
Not Nanako's room?
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Reasonably thinking, you've already almost had an incident where Dojima's nearly gone after him because of what's happened with Nanako. So why not put them in different places?
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
It's rather confrontational for you, isn't it, Adachi?
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Hmm.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job.
Is that what you call it?
You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. About when Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything.
Which goes against another testimony?
That was months and months ago too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
About Saki's interrogation.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
There's still something you need to question Adachi about. About the warning letter.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is?
You're quite agitated, aren't you, Adachi?
I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, Do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous! We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in!
What did you just say?
Put them all in.
Bingo.
What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I did try to tell you, Uncle.
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything?
Now, technically, we did talk about this in front of him that night, but his initial response then was skepticism and denial. So,
at the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case.
we did talk about all of us.
You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I mean, the argument would be, though, in that response, if his piece was, well, obviously he kidnapped them, then why did nobody else turn up murdered?
I don't know. I said I'm busy!
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Someone help him up. Namatame's hospital room. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way!
Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi and there's no record of anyone leaving this area.
Did he go out the window?
So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
Or in the giant fuck-off TV.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages.
Don't let your injuries and wounds heal. They never will. It is something that can happen.
Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
On it.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Let's go tomorrow.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious detective, Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth. I believe this was handled a lot better than Akechi's. This and that, I think that's a much better blink and you miss it than a certain scene in Persona 5. Like, if you pay attention to how things are worded, you can catch Akechi easy. Whereas, even if you're paying attention, Adachi's is a fine line to walk. Partly because of what I'd already explained. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 5. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown. You split up for today and you all went back home. And we salve. So much happened today. You're very tired. You should return to your room and rest up in order to pursue the culprit tomorrow. Still the lingering fog. Oh, Teddy, what are you doing here? This... It seems that you've come to the Velvet Room in your dreams again. But something is different this time. You don't see Igor, Margaret, or Marie. And Teddy is sitting here, not noticing your presence.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here?
I should be asking you that, Teddy. Could ask you the same.
I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world.
Everyone's worried.
You're always so kind, Sensei. I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed.
Are you sure about that, Teddy?
I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car.
Oh, so that's who we ran over.
And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions.
So I know there's that theory that Teddy is Nanako's mother's shadow. I think this somewhat disproves that, but it is an interesting headcanon.
But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow.
But then the query is, if Teddy is a shadow, whose shadow is Teddy?
He wanted to forget.
It would technically be Nanako's.
He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did.
Psychology 101. I think, therefore I am. You know that you exist. Nothing more. Before Teddy, you clearly exist.
I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei. One day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me.
Technically already met Nana-chan in heaven.
Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry.
Nanako is alive.
Huh? Really?
Yes. You told Teddy about how Nanako came through.
Nana-chan's. Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place.
Legend-wise, it's not true, but if I recall it when I get to a certain point, I'll go over this, because this can be filed away. But in terms of certain mythology, it shouldn't work. But who knows?
Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
Somewhat. Ratsky is saying something like that.
Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here.
You're more powerful, Teddy. Have you not met Izanagi no Okami?
What am I supposed to do now?
Let's move on together.
But I don't know what to look for or how to find it.
Just follow me.
No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand.
Welcome to the human world.
But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
You can sense Teddy's pure and deep gratitude. Wow, 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 wow. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. This genuine bond shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Hellel, the ultimate form of the Star of Arcana. Teddy's social link has reached its maximum level. You've mastered the Teddy social link. Your power to create personas of the Star of Arcana has reached its maximum. You, Narukami, has forged a bond that cannot be broken. By mastering the Star of Social Link, you can now fuse Hello, the Light Bearer. Teddy's growth of heart has affected his persona as well. Vader Lek. What to drop? Oh, I forgot to move some Arkham around. I mean, we don't drop Mabufadine, we don't drop Mediodan or Amrider. We definitely don't drop either of the beasts, so it's either Matarakaja or Marakakaja. I would drop Matarakaja because Kanji has Matarakaja. So there's no point doubling up on it. And he should get a Vaderlek. Like, why wouldn't you give him a Vaderlek?
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay.
I mean, technically we could drop Samarkand as well, but yeah.
Goodbye, Sensei.
Before you know it, Teddy is gone. Igor, Margaret and Marie are sitting there once again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here.
Apparently not.
This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here.
And yet he arrived here.
The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Would your creator not be intrigued, Igor? Igor has a meaningful smile on his face.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
You don't want to bring out your tower.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Arrivederci. Juneth, Electronics Department.
How did it go? Did you find Teddy?
No, and no one's seen him either.
Oh, that annoying little furball! Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Whoa. Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before.
Even without glasses on.
What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here.
Well, that would make it think that Adachi has indeed come in here.
I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog.
Which happened whenever somebody first came in here as well.
I wonder what's going to happen.
I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Oh, let's not say virtually no doubt. Because this is now 3 people who've had the intuitive power to enter the TV, including Namatame. But it is the likely candidate.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddy came from too. Man, where is that bear anyway?
Well, I can say for sure he's not here. And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself. Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
Yukiko, say that you're ready to score with him. That should summon him.
This place. I see. I came back. But it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Teddy? It is you, Teddy. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there.
You did indeed.
I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Oh, hold on! I'll get the doctor!
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, hang in there.
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
It is indeed something they talk about with people in comas. The best thing is to keep talking to them.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown?
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too.
Technically that one's for everyone, but yes.
So all I have to do is make them not unknown.
Discover them.
Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do. I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
Teddy's strong will that allowed him to accept and overcome his weakness has awakened his heart's true power. Teddy's persona has been reborn. Kintoki Doji has transfigured into Kamui and has shoved that rocket right where people want it to be.
Right. I need to get back to the others.
When they say strap the rocket to your teddy, that's not quite what they mean.
Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location.
Rise-chan!
If only Teddy was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all. But he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
Unless you ruin his perfectly beautiful skin.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense, it's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Oh, he'll never see it coming.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end!
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless.
He's confirmed he's there. Which is what... at the absolute most, we needed that to be confirmed.
Teddy?
You little... Where the hell were you?
Shooby-dooby.
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad! You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Fashionable.
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world. I wanted to tell you all.
You listen to Teddy's confession, since he finally understands who he really is. That he was only a shadow. And that, though he was at his wit's end, he was able to come back to your world.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Out of curiosity, Teddy, do you remember a limo?
Yup, just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us.
Neither did any of yours. You didn't until you gave them the fuel to do so.
And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all.
Other shadow have we come across that's had a persona?
I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place.
Rug pulled. Bear rug pulled.
And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyways?
You really said you've got nothing inside, Teddy.
No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow.
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona. Doesn't it follow, then, that you must have developed an ego? Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddy's practically human then.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Selfie, let's go. Teddy, are you faithful? Scratch that, that's it.
Thank you! I'm so glad I met you guys!
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right?
Speak for yourself, Yosuke.
You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Thank you, Nato.
Isn't that just you, Senpai?
It's Shio too. And Kanji. Yukiko's on the edge.
Hey, that's not something a detective would say. Or an idol either. Geez, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball? Whoa! I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing.
You said your sniffer wasn't working well.
But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay.
See, you're just a support dog. No, wait.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
Yukiko, can you actually get something out of that saxophone?
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
You've taken another step toward the truth. And here we are back to the beginning. R.I.P. The Seekers of Truth Superlink has reached level 6. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown. Since you'll start fresh again tomorrow, each of you decided to go home for today. Ooh, do I want to call it there? Or do I continue on one last bit? I think I'll call it here. So, we have identified the true killer, Adachi, the man who has been portraying himself as totally inept, totally incompetent, and yet pulling the puppet strings along his way, directing us wherever he thinks we need to be. He fits the criteria. And His one moment did not go unnoticed. Only just. So next time we will continue searching for the man, and then we'll discuss what we're doing with the dungeon, because this one is a bit more unique in regards to what needs to happen than the others. But yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in live if you did, or if you're watching on playback, thanks for watching. As always, I've been Fungal82, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're wanting to find me elsewhere, the links will be in the description below, or feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Also, while I shouldn't be streaming tomorrow, I will have a video out tomorrow. It will be the next What About This video, where I go over one of the Total Drama seasons, showing how, well, hopefully convincing you how another season could end with 2 different finals. So, if that's the sort of thing you're interested in, feel free to check that out. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.